What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you think of Sharia?
Sharia. Sangria?
No, not sangria. Sharia.
Sharia.
What's the first word you think of when you hear the word Sharia?
Terrorists.
Do you have any opinions about Sharia?
Nah, I really don't care what it is. I mean,
Do you have any opinions when you hear the word Sharia?
I definitely feel like Sharia law is it's inhumane. Definitely, I mean the punishments for the crimes they consider to be crimes, I think, are inhumane, and also it's definitely sexist with women. I mean, it definitely is oppress. I would definitely say it's oppressing women in the countries that use it.
What's the first thing you think of when you hear the word Sharia?
Honestly, I don't know.
What is Sharia law?
I'm not familiar with Sharia law because I haven't really read much about it, but I do know it has to do with the Muslim religion, but sadly I do not know much about it.
So, even though you don't know much about Sharia law, do you think it has a place in the American court system?
I don't think it does because I think that church and state should be separate.
Okay, so Sharia is something we don't think about too much in America, especially during modern times, which is interesting considering, that Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world. And on top of that, especially considering how much attention has been paid to the rise of Islam since 9/11. That being said, we don't talk a lot about the rise of Sharia law in America because it's not exactly visible, like Amish culture is or other religious sects. In other countries, especially in Egypt right now, and other nations that are experiencing the Arab Spring, you've got this rise of Islamism, which is this new political animal that we haven't seen yet, meaning that now Islamic thought is playing a huge role in government.
What is Sharia law?
Sharia law is a code of Islamic law based on the principles espoused in the Quran that are imposed in a civil sense in the state, oftentimes in conjunction with or in place of civil law.
Okay. Do you think Sharia law has a place in the U.S. court system?
No, Sharia law does not have a place in the U.S. court system. In the same way that Christian law does not have a place in the U.S. court system. The U.S. is a secular state that has a strict division of church and state within the country.
Why is Sharia law so negative to so many Americans?
Well, I think the negative connotation attached to Sharia law has a lot to do with the negative connotations attached to Islam and Muslims in general. And that's largely a result of our relations with the Middle East, and obviously the effects of 9/11 are still residual, they're still lingering today. So people associate the violence of radical Islamists with Islam in general and the major facets of Islam, such as Sharia law.
Mm-hmm.
And in general, this Sharia law is, as far as my interpretation does go, the strict adherence to it does have some more archaic principles and practices to it that a modern secular society doesn't adhere to anymore.
Do you think Sharia law can fit into the U.S. court system?
Oh, it absolutely can. Technically, the United States is Sharia compliant, the Constitution and the laws that it has. And in fact, we have seen that it's been implemented, or that there are separate systems where you can go, and it's sort of used as an ADR mechanism. So ADR is alternative dispute resolution, and there are a lot of states that offer that. And Sharia is sort of another aspect of that, where you can go and you can get a divorce through Sharia law.